This is how you craft the best puzzles in chess. Bit of a weird way to start the video, but in this game against this 1300 rated player, I found a really cool puzzle in the middle of the game, and I'm gonna go over this game real quick, highlight the key point in the game. Let's go. It's not too shabby, not too shabby. So we started out with e4. I played e5. And this was off stream, just against a random rated opponent. Was just doing it, pushing to 2000 elo, journey to 1400, and then I go f6. He goes f3, c6. Going into a Petrov's defense, I pull out the bishop, giving a check to the king. He blocks. I go back. Not exactly the best move, but I am up here. My opponent does have a little bit of an awkward start. His pieces are a little bit, locked into the, not locked in like locked in, but locked in like, locked in like in handcuffs type. But yeah, then I play some, try to go aggressive here with f4. I'm looking to attack this pawn, not really anticipating him to do anything about it. He blocks with the pawn. I trade the pawns off and then pull out the queen. Now the idea is that I'm pinning this pawn to this bishop. So if he were to take this bishop, I could take this, and I'm also kind of attacking the rook, and I'm threatening a checkmate here. So that was my idea. I thought that was a pretty good tactic that I found. Turns out it was not, because he could go there, attacking my queen, and well, the whole thing is kind of cooked because he can either take my bishop or take my queen. I give a check, saving my bishop. He blocks, and then I go here. Now, for some reason, I did not take the bishop. That was a better move, but I went here instead. And he takes my bishop. I take with the knight. He pulls out the bishop. Now, this is where I started to do some crafting. Okay, I did the mining. Now I just got to do some crafting. Where I go d6, opening up my bishop, stopping this pawn from moving forward. Or, yeah, I mean, trying to just get it, get it out of the way. He takes, I go here, give a check, and he responds with bishop blocks. Now that was brutal, a brutal move, because now all the tactics are coming to fruition. I play the move knight c2, and this forks the king and the rook. The queen can't take because I take back. But you might be thinking, oh, nice, now I can take the rook, right? Because the king has to move away, and I can now take the rook. Wrong. Because now I can go after king here, I can go check again, bang, forking the king and queen, and then, well, that's what I did. Forking the king and queen. He takes, bang, the other knight comes in. And it's a proper fork. So the queen moves, or the king moves, and I can take the queen. And I have now won a queen for 2 knights and 1 pawn. Sorry, 2 knights for a queen and a pawn, instead of just the rook. The better move was, I didn't really think of it, but I could have just gone here, give a check, and it's a fork, and then here, and then here, and then it's a fork like this. This is slightly better, because this knight is less active than this one. So if I were to go here, give a check, this is still attacking this rook. The pressure's still on. So that's probably like slightly better. But yeah, that was the tactic I crafted up. Won the queen, and then the rest of the game was just a matter of dominating and taking any loose pieces. In this position, in hindsight, maybe going here might have been a better move, because then I'm attacking the bishop and putting the queen on a good rank. Maybe not. Maybe he could just attack back or defend or something. Bit of a spoiler there. Sorry. But yeah, then I wait, I messed up. Yeah, I go bishop here. Bishop h3, which is the best move, I think. Yeah, h3 the best move. and then he blocks it with his bishop. I attack the knight, trying to go for something like this, so I can just take the knight for free. He defends it. I go here. He moves his king aside, and then I just take the bishop. I take the knight because I'm just like, you know what? I'm up 4 points of material. I can't say that. I can't say 4 points of material. Apparently, that's really bad to say. But I take the knight. He takes the bishop back, and then I go rook on the h7 rank. Or sorry, on the second rank. Why did I say h7 rank? I don't know. On the 7th rank. And yeah, just trying to put the pressure on this back, you know, aiming at this pawn. He can't move his bishop around. Things are very, very sticky. He goes here, just pushing the pawn. I'm sure he doesn't know what to do because that was not the most productive move. Maybe putting his rook on the open file might have been better. Maybe something else, pushing this pawn over here. But he goes there. I put my rook on the open file, trade. And now he's threatening a back rank, so I definitely see that, so I open it up. You know, definitely is kind of a incorrect word to use because there's totally a chance that I miss it. Knowing me, you guys have been viewing for a bit, probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, he goes to D rank file, D file, D file, D file. I take the pawn. And yeah, here it's a little bit tricky because I can't just like stroll in with this like rook queen stack, horizontal stack. I can't really do that because the bishop is defending this square, the knight's defending this square. So it's a little bit well defended. So I'm just kind of waiting it out. He goes rook there. There's no real threat happening. He can't really give a check. He can't really go here because if he does that, well, then I could just go like here or something, right? Attacking the bishop and the knight at the or sorry. Oh wait, why didn't he go? Why is this not a threat? We'll see. What do you do? Yeah, okay. I think that's why I took this pawn. I took this pawn because I didn't want him going here. Thought that would be pretty dangerous. I mean, I could always just go back here or here. So I mean, it's fine. Yeah, here goes there, check, and then I go here to defend to get the king out of the danger, and my opponent resigns because he realizes there's not a whole lot he can do. The knight was in danger. If he moves it away, I mean, there's just a whole lot of stuff going on here. Like I could have pinned the bishop and then give a check or something if he goes to defend. Like it's really not a great scenario for my opponent here, but. That's the game. Not too much to it. Just really wanted to look at this particular series of events here. This one particular puzzle that I found. I crafted it up by bringing in the knights, getting the queen into there. This is why I really like the knights, man, because they're just so tricky. And especially at lower elos. I mean, 1300 isn't exactly like a low elo, but compared to advanced expert. Not necessarily grandmaster, but master level players, it's a low elo, and the knights definitely do have some sort of some degree of trickiness to them, which is really nice. I really enjoy using the knights more so than the bishops, which isn't exactly, you know, a common thing because a lot of people like using bishops because they have long range and whatever, but in this particular case, I want to see a bishop do what those knights just did, what these knights just did, as Hikaru likes to say. But yeah, that's about it. If you enjoyed the puzzle, subscribe. If you hated the puzzle, subscribe. But yeah, thank you for watching. Have a very good day, and I will hopefully see you in the next one.